It's chilly, isn't it, Louise?
It is, but welcome to the Studio TV show for springtime out in the studio garden. We've still got our coats on, it's still March, but we all know we're ready for spring now. So we've got some fantastic stuff lined up for you from all the groups, some old favourites and some new faces as well that we haven't seen in the TV show.
Very exciting.
Absolutely. So we'll have some music, some art, some singing this time.
Oh, that's new.
Oh, yes, it is. We'll have our old friend Maureen back. We're going to have some Norris and Colette and Jane. Who else have we got coming up?
We've got some from LCR, the
Oh,
new
we
record
have.
label.
Loose Community Records are featuring you, and we've got Art Space from Georgina, and we'll also be telling you about some new things that we've got on our programme now. But first of all, we need to get cracking into one of our favourites. And what is it, Meg?
You know what, Louise? It's the one, the only Rhyme Time with Norris and Co.
Enjoy!
Hello, I'm Colette and I really love to rhyme. I could write poems all day long, but I really don't have the time. Say hello to Norris. He's a lovely little bird. He lives with a friend of mine, whose name you may have heard. Her name is Jane. She lives down the lane, where Norris likes to stay. They watch the telly, they fill their belly and sleep a lot all day. Norris is pink, he's blue, he's green, with a bite that could be very mean. But he would never do that. So thank you, Norris, for being our friend, and our fun and laughter will never end.
Norris has just said, wow, what an absolutely energetic, fun tambourine tots. And now we're going to go over to Colette. Someone's hiding behind a book. I think it's Frankie for a little rhyme time. Over to you, Colette.
This is the story of the rhyming rabbit. Rhyming rabbit. What did he do? He met a fox, a worm, a mole, and a centipede too. The fox was scary, the worm was wormy, a mole lived in a hole. The centipede had so many legs he couldn't keep control. Then he met sheep. They sang and wrote rhymes together. Rhyming rabbit said to sheep, "We will rhyme whatever the weather." But Rabbit had to leave. "I'll see you soon, sheep," he said. He hopped back home to snuggle down in his warm burrow bed.
Norris said that was wonderful, Colette. Thank you. So if you can, join us 10 o'clock Saturday mornings, Tambourine Tots and Co. And it's on Zoom. You can have a look at the poster for the code. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
That was a fantastic rhyme from our Colette, and you can see Colette giving her story time and a little bit of rhyme at the end of every Tambourine Tots Saturdays at 10 a.m. on Zoom. And we all love a bit of Jane and Norris as well.
Oh, we do.
Can't get enough of it, in fact. So, we are now going to go over to Rob, who leads the Studio Sings Kids. Now, we don't normally have a little segment for the singing because it's quite difficult, you know, getting the performing rights and all that kind of thing, the licenses to sing certain songs. We like to do things properly, you know. So what they're doing is just telling us a little bit about what they do in this session and having a little bit of a vocal warm-up.
Oh, I might need to get my vocals warmed up then.
Me.
Che Kool-Aid,
Che Kool-Aid.
Che Kofinsa,
JJ, coffee and some.
Coffee and Selenga.
Coffee and Selenga.
Kaka Shilenga. Come on, you get the
Kaka
Kaka.
Shilenga.
Coom Adende.
Adende.
Coom Adende. Hey.
Adende. Hey.
I don't think anyone watching this will guarantee that I did all the work there. Okay, so there you go. And to anyone watching this, it's quite it's quite a problem doing music virtually online, because people are staring into this camera and knowing that I'm just looking at their faces, and they get very shy and self-conscious. But we have a laugh, don't we? Seriously. Not only do we have a laugh at Studio Kids Sings, but we help each other. And I know that for a fact, Kitty's been with me a long time, and I know for a fact that Chloe has gained a lot from being in Studio Kids Sings. Is that right? Okay, so, and in real time, it's kind of hit and miss how many people we have virtually on a Saturday morning. It's quite a nice little group, but in real time, when we can meet at the studio face to face, there's a lot more people get involved, and we sing in groups and we put on shows. So join us, okay? This is an unashamed play to look for people, young people under 16 or under 18, depending if you don't mind being with younger people, to come and join us on Saturday mornings at 11:30. Join us on here. The studio will provide the login, or join us on live when we come back after June, because there's a lot to be done to bring the arts back together. And I think it's up to this generation, to the young generation, helped by old people like me, to actually come together and let's be vibrant and bring stuff back, because we're all missing singing live, aren't we? Seriously, the shows we used to do were really, really good. So can I just say to everyone out there, we have a laugh. It's nothing heavy. You don't have to be too serious, but you will learn a lot and you'll have a lot of fun. So come join Studio Kids Sings on Saturday mornings, 11:30, either here or in the studio. Thanks, guys.
So now your vocals are all warmed up. You ready, Louise?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're going to head over to Georgina, who is doing some art for us, some spring-based art out in the garden. So, Georgina, how is it in the garden?
Hi guys, so spring has come, hasn't it? So I thought we'd come outside today because it's a lovely spring afternoon, and I'm going to show you how to do a really quick and easy spring craft, and it's called a liana or liana, and the vines that grow around trees in forests and rainforests, and I thought we'd make a spring version. So here's what we're looking at to do. Okay, so we're going to use a recycled tube from a kitchen roll, or if you've only got the small toilet rolls, you can stick them together so it makes a longer one. We will need some coloured paper here, and we may need some sellotape, need some string, a Pritt stick there or glue stick, and some felt tips and scrap paper. Okay, so our first job is to take our tube, which again is a kitchen roll, or you can stick two smaller toilet roll holders together, and we're going to just cover it with paper. So whatever paper you've got, sort of foresty coloured or greeny coloured, or if you haven't got any paper or you haven't got a tube, you could actually use a twig from the garden. So you can just go out and find a twig in the garden or in the park that's fallen from the tree, and you could use one of them. And we simply, if you're using the tubes, just cover it in some nice paper, or if you've got paint and you want to paint it, you could paint the tube. That would be great, fine to do that. If you're going to use a twig, you could just leave the twig natural, so you don't have to bother with covering it or painting it. That's entirely up to you. So we're going to cover that like so, stick it down really secure, and then we're going to pop the ends in like so. Okay, do the same on the other end, pop it in so it's nice and neat, and then that's our tube. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to get our string, and we've got to thread it through. And I find the easiest way to thread your string through is we're going to tie it to a pencil, just really secure enough to drop the pencil through like so, and you bring your string out the other end, and then you're not there fiddling around with it, trying to pass it through. Okay, and that's how we do our string. So tie it onto a pencil, just lightly tie it on, not too secure, and then thread the pencil through the tube and the string comes out the other end. So we've got our hanging tube ready to go. So then we need our little vines going on. So I've got these green bits of card, which you can see from on the table there. I've cut them in a wiggly shape, just adds more interest and makes them look more viney. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stick them to the tube. So put some glue on the vine and the tube, and we're just going, and we don't want them to go all the way round, so we want them to sort of stop there like so at the back, because then they'll hang down. So they'll hang down like a vine. If you wrap them all the way around like so, they'll just stick out in various ways. So we need it to be like that on that one. So we stick it on that one like so. And then the next one, we have the gap at the front, so we can stick it on the back. So put some more vines on there. So that will hang down the back of the tube then. So we've got one down the front and then one down the back. Okay, like so. And then we could fit a third one on, depending on what length your tube is. You'll see how many you can fit on. So I'm just going to put one more on there, like so. And what we can do is we can secure them on with some sellotape to make them nice and secure, like so. Okay. And if you haven't got any glue, this can all be done with sellotape. And there we have our little hanging vines. And then all we need to do now is cut out some flower shapes, which I've already done, but I've done 2 of each shape. So all you do is, if you fold your paper over, so fold it that way, and then we'll draw a little flower on, like so. Just roughly, you design your own flowers, and we basically cut those 2 shapes out together. So then you'll get a double shape, which is exactly the same, and you can put them the right side up and stick them together either side of the vine. So we've got 2. So what I'd do now is you'd put them together like so, and you stick them on. So I've got some already made here. So I'm going to stick some glue on here. I'll show you how to do one of them, and we put one underneath the vine wherever you want it. This is a bit of a daffodil one, so it's more spring-like. And then we match them up. Oh, that's not the right way. Let's get the right way. Should have done this earlier. There you go. Let's stick it on like so. Okay, and then we're going to put this little middle bit in, and then on the other side, because you've put it underneath, you will have so flowers like so. So what I could do is I'll show you another, I'll put another one on the other vine, and then you can have a try at home. So again, your flower, put some glue on, okay, and put it underneath, so put it at a different level like so, and then we can match it up like so, stick it on, give it a middle. I'm going to go for blue this time, and blue on the back, and then you can add as many flowers or detail as you want, like so. So I'll show you my one here. So this has got plenty of flowers on, front and back. And the reason for doing it front and back is you can hang this in your window then, so you can see it from the inside of the house, and people passing by can see it from the outside of the house. And just add all different detail onto the vines which you would like. I've put some little flowers and some little other petals and circles, and yeah, hang it up. So that's a liana, a spring liana. And another variation, if you come to near Easter, you could, instead of flowers, you could add bunny faces. So bunny faces front and back, or you could have Easter eggs going on. So design your liana how you want it. Mine's a spring one. You could do summer, you could do Easter, you could do it any time of the year. But I'm going to hang this in my window now and welcome spring in. So have a good time, have a go at it, and yeah, happy spring.
Always fabulous to see Georgina's garden and what she creates in it. So thank you to Georgina for all those wonderful creations throughout the year. Oh, where have I gone? I'm back. Anybody think we're doing peekaboo again for tambourine tops? But now we're going into a different Saturday morning session, and we're going to hear from the Studio Widnes kids with Wayne. And they've been looking at, what spring makes you think of, and of course, what creeps in the lovely Easter.
Oh, see, I was
Can't wait
thinking
for some
chocolate.
eggs.
I was just thinking chocolate.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah. So let's hear what they've been creating. Over to you, the Studio Widnes kids.
So first up is Elke, who's going to talk about Easter, the pagan goddess.
You owe them your holiday, you owe them its names. Before the resurrection there was a celebration, with the name of Easter and a crown full of flowers, a goddess of spring and believer in the sacred hare. When a bird became a hare and life was rebirthed, an egg was made and the eternal holiday lived on.
Next up is Mao Easter Bunny 1.
I am the Easter Bunny. I am pink and white. No one sees me. I come every Easter Sunday. I hide chocolate eggs for children to find out. After Easter, I go back to my family. I give eggs to children because I love them so. I am a symbol of spring because I am hope.
And next up is Kai, the ruthless businessman.
I am a commercialist. This is my Easter. Filming adverts is what I do. This is Easter. Counting money is what I do. This is Easter. Selling eggs is what I do. This is Easter. Watching kids hunt for more big eggs. This is Easter. Being with my money. This is Easter. Sweet, sweet money. This is Easter.
And next up is Evan, who is going to talk to us about the Green Man.
Mythical Green Man is a sign of rebirth. It's all about change and goodness on the earth. Easter is a period of growth and renew, a time to reflect on the whole year through. Branches and vines shoot from his mouth. He's found within sculpture of north and south. I've been around for thousands of years. You'll find me in pubs while you're drinking beer.
And next up, we have another Easter Bunny called Violet, who is going to give us her take on Easter. Oh, there she is.
Hop, hop, hop goes the Easter Bunny, hopping around when it starts to get sunny. He hides chocolate eggs for children to find, that makes him very kind. He's fluffy and white with a tail like a cotton ball. He drops the eggs so children can eat them all. Eating carrots from the farmer's veggie patch, running fast, he's unable to catch.
Thank you, Violet. And to finish us off today is Corinne, who is, of course, the angel.
Some people think it's weird, but it's something I believe. There is a God up there. His love is like a beam. I believe that God trusts, and he's here for us just because. I get that you don't believe, but to me it is true. He saved you and me. He came back this day is due. This Easter is his anniversary of when he was reborn. Jesus gave up his life in 2 places he was torn, but he made an act of kindness for the good of mankind. But on Easter he came back this day he was reborn. And he died to take away our sins. He saved us from ourselves. If he wasn't real, then see if you still think that in hell. Because if he didn't save us from our own eternal sin, then just think how our life would have been. So I believe in God and his son, Jesus Christ. Because when he's with me, I'm never alone in this fight. This 2020 has made a rebel of itself. But when God is with me, I never have to be so careful. God is my hero, and that is He is shown. God will protect me, and I am never alone. You just wait until we're finally on track, because I believe God has got my back.
It's lovely to see what the young people have been writing over lockdown, still staying creative with Wayne, which is brilliant. And now we're going to head to a rather unusual duo who always bring us a little bit of entertainment. You might have heard of them. Do you know Pamela and Paul?
The word's getting round, yeah, they're getting quite a name for themselves.
So, Pamela and Paul, what are you doing today?
Hello, Paul. We're two green shoots shooting to the surface because it's spring. So, Paul, what do you think?
I'm ready for spring. I think we should sing a song about being in spring.
Oh, I think that's wonderful, Paul. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start singing a song. Because the worms have helped us, I'm going to sing a song about worms. There's a worm at the bottom of the garden, and we call him Wiggly Woo. Woo!
Yeah. I know a song about a worm. Can I sing my song about a worm? Yeah. Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. Think I'll go and eat worms. Big fat juicy ones, incy wincy squincy ones. See how they wriggle and squirm. Bite their heads off. Suck the juice out, throw their skins away. Nobody knows how fat I grow on worms 3 times a day.
Paul, no. Paul, don't forget, we're vegans.
No, I mean these juicy, sweetie worms.
It's okay, Mr. Worm. We're not going to eat you because you've been really helpful. Bye.
I'm not quite sure where Louise is, so
Surprise! It's me, Maureen Carmen. I brought you some flowers, Meg, isn't it? Yeah, she's one of my biggest fans, so I brought some flowers. I didn't really, just found them on the floor over there. I think something to do with Widnes Rotary, isn't that right? Yeah. Anyway, Meg, as you're a big fan, instead of me doing my little agony aunt bit, we thought I'd come and surprise you in person instead of doing the videos, because you can do that one-to-one thing now, can't you? It's noisy around here, isn't it? Anyway, what I'm here to do is just relieve you of anything that you have to do. So have you got to announce something now, Meg?
Studio Sings.
Oh, yes, Studio Sings. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like they need the mute button anyway. Thank God for that. Anyway, so you like to sing as well, Meg?
It's one of my songs, actually.
Oh, you say she does. I used to do songs, you know. Oh, yeah, me and John on the circuit.
Can you sing for us?
Oh, could do, but it'll cost you. You know what I mean? It's a Saturday afternoon. You don't even get dressed. Never mind, sing. Anyway, have a lovely rest of the show. Everybody won't be as good as this bit what I'm in, but never mind. And if you do have any problems out there, you can always tell me. Just tell it me in your mind and I will hear you and the answer will come. Don't get in touch with me, nothing like that. Anyway, Meg, here it is. The Studio Sings Adults. What meets on a Monday on the Zooms. And have you got budget for this? Got the right budget for this?
I've got a bag of chips.
My Saturday is full. Now, right. Get on with watching the Studio Sings Adults, won't you? Right, and I'm going to put my feet up and have these air chips. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for being my fan throughout. Mwah. Love you. John, let's go. Don't trust the chickens around here.
So, yeah, that was Maureen Common. Oh, my God. Cut to the video. Can't.
Hello, my my name is Rebecca and I run the Studio Sings at the Studio Widnes. We are a group of willing singers who meet once a week every Monday evening from 6:30 generally to 7:30 to stretch ourselves vocally whilst muted on a Zoom call. We existed pre-pandemic and now we are a Zoom choir, so if you've ever thought about maybe dipping a toe into the world of group singing, perhaps now is the time to come and join the folds and have a go. I won't even hear you sing at all. You'll have to put up with my wailing along to the backing tracks. You'll hear 2 songs from us today. The first is by Meg and is called New Beginnings. The second is by Keith Fielding and is called Kick Off Your Shoes and Dance. Obviously, feel free to in fact kick off your shoes and dance, be, spatially aware, but otherwise go full throttle. Both are accompanied by the Studio Sings adults, and we very much hope you enjoy and hope to see you on a Zoom soon. Lots of love, take care, all the best.
It's history, can we write it? It's history, I can't fight it. Put my armor on so I can feel strong. So strong I'm not invincible, just unsinkable. Won't let what you did make me drown. Spread my wings and fly. I feel so alive. I had a voice but I couldn't talk. I got knocked down but I stood up and fought. I did survive and now I thrive. My new beginnings like a phoenix. I rose from the flames, no longer hang my head in shame. I did survive and now I thrive. My new beginnings, oh, 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 I did survive and now I thrive. My new beginnings, oh, 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 I did survive and now I thrive.
Just kick off your shoes and dance. Kick off your shoes and dance around. Don't let bad things get you down. Wear a smile, lose that frown. And kick
off your shoes and dance. Kick off your shoes and dance around. Kick off your shoes and dance. Kick off your shoes and dance around.
Louise.
What happened?
I met my hero.
Who's this?
Maureen Common.
No, I'm
She
not
was
missing
here.
it.
She was here.
And I was on the loo. I miss everything, all the excitement.
Oh, she came and surprised me. It was amazing. I think I need to calm down a little bit now.
Are you
Louise.
okay to carry on?
I'm a bit flustered. Yeah, can you tell me what's coming up next, Louise?
Well, I think it's something to do with nice, calm poetry and writing, isn't it? From the studio right. So I think you'll be all right with that. And we've got new things to do with poetry, haven't we? We've got our new once a month poetry night out. In fact,
night out. Yeah.
Night out, not night in, even though you are in, but it's night out.
Out. But check it all about. Yeah.
But we might be being in the studio doing it soon. So you created this, didn't you, Meg?
Yeah, sorry, Louise. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so we did poetry night out. We've got a theme each month. So this month's theme will have been freedom. And yeah, we just get together, read some poetry, serenade each other. It's beautiful.
And also, Meg's been creating a little booklet to go along with that. So all the work that people create in the themes for the Poetry Night Out are going to be put into a booklet, and you can find that on our social medias. And also, we've got the seagulls. We've got the new, yes, I know, they're so excited. They're coming to the Poetry Night Out.
No, it's not. They met Maureen as well.
Well, yeah, of course. She's dropped her chips on the way home. So, we've also got the Studio Art Hub, haven't we?
We do have the Studio Art Hub. So that is with the wonderful Georgina, who you were seeing a little bit earlier. And myself and Georgina will be taking you through some, whatever you want to learn. So you bring your ideas to the session, go away, we'll explore these art pieces together and bring stuff back and just have fun together. It's more, you know, it's very social, it's very relaxed.
Yeah, and you'll be having some guests from Hazelhurst artists as well who are over in Runcorn, so they'll be making sure that they share all their knowledge of their art form. Because we've got professional artists in the borough, everybody, and it's great to support them as well. So, what's coming up next now is the poetry, so I think you're ready for this now, are you nice and calm?
I'm calmed down, I'm ready for the adults to do their nice springtime poetry, I am. Should we go and listen to it?
Let's relax with a bit of poetry from the Studio Rights Adults.
The Easter Bunny by Ruth Fallows. Thank goodness Lent has nearly passed and I can almost see the light. The only bonus is my trousers aren't so tight. Counting down days until I see the Easter Bunny's pink ears and bobbing tail. Then my hunt begins for the eggs he leaves behind, hoping luck will prevail. Fingers crossed he got the memo that my favourite chocolates are white.
Spring. Wasps find a new nest. Magpies eye the feast below. People doff their caps.
Ostara and the hare, or how we got the Easter Bunny. Have you heard of Ostara, a goddess so fair, who transformed a dead bird to an egg-laying hare? A strange choice to make, it's really quite funny, but this was the birth of the Easter egg bunny. Ostara's task every year without fail was to herald the spring, but by this hangs our tale. One year she was late, she was put in a spin, now the tale of an egg-laying hare must begin. This egg-laying lepus became her new pet, the best of companions, but never forget, our Ostara was fickle, cross-haired if you dare, shame this fell on the ears of a very deaf hare. He made her quite angry, but she did not cry. She just flung the poor creature high up in the sky. If you don't believe me, on a starry clear night, look up at them shining, just there on the right. At the foot of Orion, our friend Lepus is fixed. His prospects are limited, his options are mixed. The hare may be banished, but his legend lives on. Can you pass me a cream egg? One bite and it's gone.
Well, we're all nice and calm now, and we're just thrilled to have so many talented people working with us, from the staff, the facilitators, to all those fantastic studio associates and participants out there. It's wonderful to see and hear your work week in, week out, so keep doing it, and we look forward to when we can come back together and listen and see you in person. So, keep writing, keep creating. We've got now another new segment, which is Loose Community Records, which is our community record label we've created over Zoom, meeting on a Sunday, 3 p.m, and we've got a compilation of all local music coming out soon. So we just wanted to give you a little taste of some of the things we've been up to. So you'll see Steve Cole, who's the head of music and video here at the studio with Loose, and you'll also see what he's been doing as he's led these sessions weekly. So have a little look at this.
So yeah, that was Loose Community Records, a little advertisement for it, and we've got compilations coming out, lots of talent from across Halton, so keep your eyes out for that on our social media. So the Studio Widnes on Instagram and Twitter, and Studio Widnes on Facebook, and also YouTube. What is it?
There's all sorts on YouTube. It's the Studio Loose, and you will be able to see, if you look on there, everything that we've created in this last year. So about this time last year we were online. We'd already been online for about a week, and we had all our videos put out there, and then we moved on to Zoom and did all that kind of stuff, experimenting like everybody else. And we're just glad to say that you stayed with us, and we managed to be creative and arty still in these difficult times. So thank you to everybody that supported us over this year, and well done to everybody that's got through it together and supported each other. So, you know, that community spirit is what we need, and that's why we called everything that we do at the studio online Studio Spirit, and you're part of that as well. So we're now going to play out from this springtime TV show with a little bit of chat from Josh and James, and you can see or hear even all the podcasts on Spotify and YouTube whenever you want, at your leisure. So go exploring, see what we've done this year. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again on the Studio TV. Bye! Don't get blown away now!
Try not to! Ah!
Hello, my name's James Swift.
I'm Josh Norton, and we're filming a little segment for the TV show.
We are indeed. So, Josh, how has your 2021 been so far?
It's been good, yeah. I've just been chilling, been locked down, haven't we? So,
yeah, that's been the year so far, isn't it? It's just
yeah,
been.
it's been a year since the first lockdown, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, recently.
I find that it's been 2 months. Like the 2 months of this year so far has just kind of flew by.
Yeah, I mean January was slow to start off with, but February we're on the 7th of March, and
it is the 7th.
Little meta. But
you've dated it. Whenever we do a podcast, because we do have a podcast as well, Josh.
We have two.
We have two.
We have three. I have two.
Whenever we do them in like advanced, and one of us says the date or something like that, I don't have panic in my head thinking, we've dated it now.
Oh well.
We've dated this now.
How's your 2021 been, James?
Been all right. I started doing actual proper uni work like 2 weeks ago, which is stressful, but you know I did 2,000 words this week. I think it's 2,000 words. It might be 2,500, which is like, it's not nothing. It's a quarter of it done.
Well done.
Thank you. I've got no idea what I'm writing about. I've got literally no idea. I think it's about The Greatest Showman.
It is what it is.
I bought.
Socrates once said.
Yeah. What's been your favourite post you've had this year?
Favourite post?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like post coming through the mailbox.
Probably my watch.
Yeah, is this the watch that you said you bought from the podcast money?
yeah. Sponsorship money.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, James?
I don't know.
I had to think. Then I was like, "What in my room?" And I was like, "I realized I've not ordered anything recently." So,
I bought a book for the reason why I asked this because my question was actually what's been your worst post. I was like, what type of question is that? I got a book the other day, and it had like, I bought a book for uni, and when it came, it had like a lolly ice stick in it, and it like had remains on it, and yeah.
Yeah, that's disgusting. So
what have you been involved with at the studio lately?
The jam groups on a Sunday. And the radio play.
How are you finding jam group?
It's funny even though I don't play guitar, but it's nice to see everyone.
Yeah, I like the jam group. I think that those two things are like the things that I really enjoyed them. I look forward to them. I've been helping Keith record an EP.
Ooh, check you out.
I've just outed his EP. I don't even know if he's okay with me just talking about it public. But yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, so that's been fun, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's been a laugh. It's been a laugh.
A laugh.
It's been a laugh. I've never said laugh in my life. Yeah, it's been good.
No,
you
could take that off your bucket list, mate.
Yeah, that's been my 2021 like list, like the films. It was stuff I'd need to say this year, and one of them was laugh. So yeah, another one's dope. Like that's totally dope.
There you go. Just cross 2 off.
Yeah, no. I used to say dope a lot, and my friend was like, "Who do you think you are?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm still trying to find out."
Oh boy.
Yeah. Anyway, good.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
bye, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed the rest of the TV show.
This has been James and Josh's Corner. Peace out.